What's going on? Mad love, welcome in. Thanks for tuning in. We got
Midwest mixtapes.
Adam Murphy in the
Y'all favorite.
building. Y'all favorite, he said.
Yeah.
The one y'all love to hate.
For no apparent fucking reason. But it is what it is.
Yeah, so um I've been knowing you for about 5-6 years now. I think the first
And
time
I've
we
been
met.
hearing about you for years because you used to be. I always heard your name and I saw your name on the mixtapes track star.
Okay, okay.
So yeah, when I met you and you told me your name, it was already clicking.
Yeah.
So
We met at a collective meeting over on Cherokee at the Blank Space at the time, formerly Blank Space now. And I was telling you told everybody who you was, and I told everybody what I was into, and we kind of hit it off ever since then.
Yeah.
You know, I've been following what you do. You've been following what I do,
yeah,
and yeah, man.
and we're Capricorns. That's even worse.
This is my Capricorn brother for sure, for sure.
Yeah,
But we've
yeah.
been kind of locked in for like the last couple years for sure.
Yeah, most
Um,
definitely.
And I really appreciate you coming through today, man.
Nah, hey man, I appreciate you doing a special edition.
Yeah, because
You don't do this on
I
Saturdays.
don't do this on the weekends.
know,
I usually don't.
You know,
But
and me being a father as well, so I definitely understand what you're sacrificing right now to do this and stuff. So I do appreciate that. But I already know how important what you're doing. I know what it's like to be the first person doing something in this city. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I just hope they don't do you like they did me.
man.
But that's a whole nother story.
Man, listen, they could try whatever they want, but I don't know, man. From people like you, I think ain't gonna allow that to happen. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I feel like if you see some bullshit, you gonna hit me up and like, hey, I've seen this type of play before. I
Right,
think
right.
this was, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm appreciative of having people like you because I've been watching the work that you've been putting in, and like you a pioneer. You know what I'm saying? On what you
Appreciate
do.
that.
You know,
Appreciate that.
with Midwest mixtapes, and I want to learn more about the things that happened before. So
Before where it
you
started.
often, yeah, where it started. You
What's
often
the seed?
you
Okay.
often talk about this group
Mhm.
and that CD. How much was that CD?
Lyrical warfare.
How much was that motherfucker up to?
Man, they debut album was on eBay. Some fan
Mm-hmm.
was selling an unwrapped debut album of that shit for $1,000.
Man, that's crazy.
And then you talking about something that I had no part of. When I got with them, I put out their third album.
Okay.
I'll put you know what, because they did put out 3 as a group. I put out their first retail product.
Okay.
Their other stuff was like you had to know them and get it out the trunk. I was the first one that really gave them the retail aspect. That was showing them, the business side of everything. Cause
Got you.
at the time you're talking about, at the time I was nothing but 22 when I met them.
Word.
Yeah, so I was still young. I was in college when I met them.
Okay. So 22 in college, and you met this group.
I originally heard them. They're on a Kingpin Skinny Pimp out of Memphis on his album 2000 called Back to the Players Ball. It was a blue and white CD. They were track number 14. And I'm a huge Skinny Pimp fan.
Okay.
And, when it came out, I went to Lindenwood, and our spring breaks were always the shittiest time. It was always like, we were always like one of the first schools. It was still cold out.
So just the time frame of when
Yeah,
your spring
so
break
it was
happened.
this March. I call it. I'm back in the neighborhood. I call my boy. Hey, Skinny just dropped a new album. I don't get paid till Friday. He's like, yeah, got you. Came through. We went and got it. We listened to a couple tracks. Did what we did. Teenagers in high school or college kids. He dropped me off. He swerves the block. I'm thinking like, yo, I dropped something in the car or something. He was like, man, get in and listen to this shit. St. Louis, SDA. Oh man, that was buck. That shit was buck. That shit was buck. That shit was just buck. And just their style. Where Tantrum, aka Dirty Boy Montana, he opened that shit so hard.
That's a name I ain't heard in a long time.
Don't
Dirty
know
Boy
by
Montana.
now. I'll blow your whole flow down to the ground. Oh man, he was nasty with it. Tantrum was he will always be the tightest artist in St. Louis to me overall. Like he really had it. He
Okay.
probably still has it. I haven't talked to him in a minute, but the song just blew me away.
Mm-hmm.
And then this is 2000. So a couple years passed. By this point, Nelly, '01. Nelly came out. Nelly became like just a household fucking name.
Yeah, facts.
And then I used to get on message boards. So this is where the internet shit comes in.
Right,
okay?
right.
This is where the Midwest mixtape starts.
Message boards before MySpace,
before MySpace,
Facebook, Twitter, any of this shit.
Yes,
message boards.
It was message boards.
Y'all don't even understand.
This is
dial up internet.
Dial up internet, man.
Yeah.
And I didn't have the internet till I got to college.
Wow. Yeah. I mean,
I'm from North County, man. I am definitely not a silver spoon fed kid.
We ain't had internet until I got grown, which would have been about college, you know what I'm saying? But
so I used to get on these message boards and shit. They eventually made a Midwest section and shit, started talking about shit. We used to trade tapes and shit with each other, and I always put that warfare shit on there. I always put Deadly Deuce too, man.
Okay.
Shout out to Deadly Deuce. That's my shit right there. But everybody always asked about that shit. But this one time, this one kid hit me back and was like, "Hey, one of them guys gets on this message board, on this other message board." So me and that dude ended up talking. By this point, I was doing an internship with VIP Records in Baden.
Okay.
And now I ended up with VIP Records. Remember Nelly and them? They're blowing up.
Mm-hmm.
Remember the magazine Murder Dog?
Okay.
They did a whole St. Louis edition.
Okay.
Like, they had a whole St. Louis edition. I had happened that summer, the summer before, I went to Louisville. I ended up at a hotel with some guys who were on Brother Lynch Hung's label. They're out there for a show thing.
Mm-hmm.
I had talked. These guys were on that message board.
Okay.
I used to talk to these guys all the time on the message board. So like, I got to kick with these guys.
Right.
Okay. They invited me to Sacramento for the summer to do an internship with their label. I'm not at this point. These guys, I already know they moving 20,000, 30,000 independently.
Units.
Yes.
And that back then, that was these. We talking CDs.
Yeah, we're talking CDs at this point, man.
Yeah.
This is like
actual
I said,
units.
This is still 01, 02.
Right.
Okay. But Nelly blew up. Murder Dog. I was just like, fuck it, no need to go nowhere if this is in my backyard. Man, I just opened the page. VIP Records. Shout out to my boy Corey Jordan. Newstead. Shout out to the Ville. Lived across the hallway from Lindenwood with me. So I went over there and was like, "Hey, you know where it's at?" He's like, "Yeah, it's over in Baton. I'll take you over there." And by this point, we're done. Like, we're a week away. We're done with finals and shit like that. So we went down there. He took me down there. I met Spud.
Okay.
This motherfucker looked at me and says, "Hey man, you can get us into places that wouldn't let us in. Bet you can come on down." Da da da. I forgot the secretary's name. Me and her got so cool and shit, man. But I realized right away I was a lot smarter than everybody. And I don't mean that. I'm not saying they were dumb or nobody was dumb. I'm not saying that. I'm from North County. We played in the streets. Y'all have no idea what type of person I am. So, I'm street smart with it. I understand shit. I understand street shit. But I had the college shit. I book smart. I knew the language of the actual correct language of what we're doing, which everybody's trying to get to and what they're doing. But also being on those message boards, like the Bay Area was on them heavy. I'm talking JT Biggerfigure would get on there, drop game.
Oh man, JT the Biggerfigure. I ain't heard that.
Oh man, when I mean these message boards back in the day, man, I saw this shit coming.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not.
What you saw? What like?
I saw the internet coming.
Like, yeah.
I saw the fucking
social
internet.
media type shit. Yeah.
Dude, there was shit on this message board I normally would not have bought, but I saw it on those message boards. I saw people saying, "Hey, yeah, this shit's pretty good." So I went and spent, $12.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I saw what the internet does.
Because it was like a real time review.
Yeah.
Like letting you know this is actually worth your money.
Yes.
Before what we got now. Hey.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, I started doing I happened to be down at the studio. I was listening to one of my little mixes, and that Warfare shit came on. I was just like, damn. What the fuck happened with these guys? I need to find the fuck out. Now, I'll take this back to the neighborhood, man. Chilling at a house party. At the time, my gal was like 2 years younger than me, so she was still she was a senior. And I knew some of these kids anyway from their little brothers and the people I play baseball with type shit. And we was at a party, And I grew up in a white neighborhood. I ain't scared to tell nobody that. You know, I grew up with white kids. I'm white.
You white, but you're not white.
We ain't gonna go that deep on these people. They're gonna. I don't want them to rack their brains, hurt themselves and shit. But I'm digging through the CD book.
Mm-hmm.
All rock shit. All right.
Mm.
Then I open a page. Kingpin, Skinny Pimp.
Just out of nowhere.
Out of nowhere.
Surrounded by Black Sabbath and
Yes.
yeah.
I'm like, what the fuck? I pull out the CD. I'm like, yo, whose CD book is? My boy Dougie Dresnick, man. Shout out to Doug. He was like, man, I was like, what the fuck you know about Kingpin, Skinny Pimp? He was like, man, what you know about this warfare shit? I was like, what? I looked at him. He was like, nah. He's like, Adam, we know these. You know these guys. We can go to school with some of them. I was like, what? I was like, we're playing. He was like, yeah, I'm dead serious. The main guy umpired with me.
Oh wow.
He remembered me
From way back?
He remembered when I umpired. Like this is how deep it gets. The first game he ever umpired with. I would send the rookies out with someone who's more veteran.
Uh-huh.
By this point, I'm like 16, 17, 18. You know, he's probably I think when I was a senior, he would have been a freshman.
Okay.
So, we're talking about he's 14 at the time, and I'm like 18, 17, 18. I was the first person he umpired.
Wow.
I was putting him on game with like certain little slide things to do while we up there, make a little buck here, there, type shit.
Yeah.
But he remembered me from that.
Right.
But yeah, I told him my game plan. I ended up meeting everybody, got him in the showcase, which was funny. The spot we were at for the St. Louis Super Bowl.
No, it was there.
I want to say it was there.
Really?
It was out in that area.
That was a nice
Fuck
venue.
yeah, it was a nice venue. I expect that place to be nice, man.
Yeah, better. Get fucking right.
Right.
You fucking right.
You in St. Peter, man.
Right.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, you fucking right. It better be. I call it only the St. Peter's Super Bowl. I don't call it nothing else.
Yeah. St. Peter's Super Bowl. But took him to showcase there. Boom. I was trying to like get to see, the guys from VIP if they fuck with, at least come through the studio that we can get some, better recording done.
Mm-hmm.
Dude kept putting me on the back burner on shit, and it was just like, nah, these guys are better than what you're trying to put out, and I'm smarter than y'all, and I actually, to combine y'all here, really, I got more money than you guys. I'm not trying to be a dick or anything like that case, but it was just like, I don't necessarily need y'all.
Mm-hmm.
I can do this
on my own, right?
And y'all would have seen these people for real if me and Danger would have got along. Danger was the main producer of the group. He was the business smart one of it. We just had a misunderstanding. We definitely talked a lot of shit to each other over the years when we were younger and shit. But if me and him, you could ask probably some of the guys in the group, if me and him would have, we're on the same page, man,
shit would have been.
There wouldn't have been 3 6 Mafia. We would have dog walked them. Younger, better looking, better music. We would like groups like that.
It wouldn't even been existing.
Like I wouldn't say they wouldn't exist, but
they
wouldn't have been platinum artists.
Yeah.
Easy, because this is at the time where it was cool to be Midwest artists and to spit that type of shit. But we had a Midwest style of rapping with the tongue twisting and shit like that, but we had that Southern production.
Right.
We had more of a Southern, so we had some, rhythm to the shit.
Because at that time, St. Louis was really on that Southern sound. And I think in the late 90s, it really started happening. Like, Master P, with No Limit, Cash Money.
But this is at the point that when I met him, Nelly already blew.
Yeah.
So people are already looking at this point. They was trying to box us
into that sound.
They was trying to box us in. That's why I don't like the early 2000s St. Louis music. They was trying to box us in. They was trying to put y'all on a slave ship, man. I'm gonna keep it the realest way, man. The industry dudes, they was trying to They're trying to get as many Nellies out of here.
Right. They was trying to replicate. Nellies. Yeah, effects. I got you.
And like you wouldn't, if it wasn't for people like me. Came in like, nah, independent, let's go. Like, there wasn't independent thinkers no more, Phil Assets, shout out to Phil Assets, man. That's P-Rab. That's Deadly Deuce. Shout out to Deadly Deuce, man. Dope D, Icy. they set it off in an independent manner of like, yo, we can really do this independently. You know what I'm saying? And we never took advantage of that because, bam, Nelly made it through the door. Hicks,
So everybody
Quan,
started looking at
you
it like that's
you had to make a certain commercialist like to survive off, and you don't. I grew up listening, man. But like if I showed you my CD books, man, you would see a lot of artists that you would never heard of. But I can tell you, those people sold 20,000 copies. They sold 30,000, 40, 50,000, 60. Everybody's success is different. Success, some people is to be famous, sell 1 million records, but I'd rather be that guy that sold 50,000 records on my own and have a bigger paycheck than that guy who sold 1 million.
Yeah, because if you sell 50,000 at $10 a piece, I mean, you do the math.
Yeah.
If y'all need me to do the math, I can. But y'all got calculators on y'all phone. I got it up here. I already know the figure. Yeah. So you do the math.
But yeah, that's my root. Lyrical Warfare. That's how Lyrical Warfare. They were already a group when I met them. I just was like, let me help polish this diamond up.
Okay.
There was some very talented guys. Shout out to my man Paco Stacks. I don't know if any of y'all know who Paco Stacks is. That's he was Mr. G. He wasn't necessarily in the group, but he was on so much of the music, he might as well be in there. He's still around doing his shit. I talked to Blaze not too long ago. He wanted to come back out and start doing some more shit. That's where it started. Lyrical Warfare.
So when you was working with Lyrical Warfare, was it like what was your role working with them? Like management or
man, I was doing everything a label would do. Management, I got them posters, flyers, put the shit in CD stores, pressing shit up, man.
Just whatever.
Man, I'm not gonna tell you. I'll never tell my secret, but man, this shit's expensive when it's just you.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna tell you how it's paid for.
It's expensive as fuck when it's just
I never
you.
told the people. I didn't have to sell no drugs.
Well, that's the thing that
Never had to sell no drugs. I'll put it like that.
But it got done.
Got done.
Okay, so moving from that situation, tell us about some other notable names along the way that you worked with.
Okay.
Before Midwest Mixtapes.
Oh, before Midwest Mixtapes. Now, I want everybody to understand, by this point, Midwest Mixtapes was created in like 2004.
Okay.
Let me take it back to the message boards. I want to keep the time frames that way everybody understands what's going on.
Yeah, tell me.
It's a whole spider web. It all connects. The message boards, they had finally broken it up. You got a Bay Area page. You got a Southern LA, Southern Cali spot. They had East Coast, the Dirty South, and they gave us the Midwest. So, bam, we finally got our own. So I get to see what everybody else is talking about in all these other cities and shit. So I'm hearing about all the underground shit in Kansas City, the Chicago shit outside of Twister and Crucial Conflict and Do or Die. Boom. This is where Gary, Indiana pops in for me. I'm hearing some nap shit. It was just like, boom, I'm hearing all this other, getting to see shit and got to hear people talking about it and shit. So that was really dope. Guy, by this point, 50 Cent Blue. What's his story? Mixtapes.
Yeah, mixtapes for
Boom.
sure.
So I guess this guy, his name's Mike Shep. That was his name on the message boards and shit. I met him actually at one of our college shows that we had did. I guess he looked at it like he saw what Napster was doing. He just saw that, hey, we don't have nothing for real in the Midwest. He liked the Midwest music just as much as I did. He created Midwest Mixtapes. When I saw what it was like, oh shit, this guy's about to take this shit to the next level. Especially with everybody jacking these beats and they can't, really sell that shit. Because, at this time, the stores weren't allowing that yet.
Right.
They weren't allowing the mixtapes.
Nah.
So mixtapes was completely street shit.
Facts.
So, boom, we're putting it online. Like, man, that's how we was doing. By this point, my group, Warfare, had broke up. I was working with Montana. Working on his solo shit, but he had did a mixtape. And I had put that shit up there. And I was just seeing the reaction. And also by this point, before blogs were blogs, man, it was called SouthwestConnection.com.
Okay.
This is very important too. It's very important in the story.
SouthwestConnection.com.
It was blogs before blogs. I'm talking this dude did interviews with you, broke down your whole album. Like what you do now, live streaming, is what this dude was doing in a blog since.
Got you.
Okay?
Got you.
Like I'm seeing all the stuff, and I'm seeing all the stuff seeing on the message boards. Him reviewing, and he also got interviews with these people like Psychodrama, some Gary Indiana shit, some just like some. He had Deadly Deuce on there even.
Okay.
Reviewing they shit.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And by the way, I do own the rights to the Deadly Deuce album. Yeah, when a St. Louis class, I own that shit.
Talk to him.
But they were on there like, so I'm talking with the guy. I became real cool with the dude who ran the blog, and I'm like, where are all these guys getting all this music? From the Chicago site called thetipcd.com. So now this is my trip and how I get connected in Chicago like that. He tells me what, contact the store. I get online, I see the store. This, boom, I got a credit card. I never use it. Man, I spent like $500 on CDs and shit right away because they had all kinds of shit. They had Do or Die Underground shit. I had Twister's original album. Some Twister shit.
So this was a site that you could buy.
Yeah, buy
albums
physical,
that you couldn't buy anywhere else.
Right, like
this was like underground exclusive shit. What?
Yeah.
And this was what year? Like 2004?
Late 03 going into 04.
Okay.
So
damn.
That's what we freaking say we get up there, we do the mixtapes. You know what? Yeah, this is probably more. Damn. This is late 03, early 04.
Okay.
Went up there. Well, I called the store because they had a card. They had a card, they had a studio in the back, and I was told that the owner of the store was this rapper who was with Legendary Traxxas label. His name was E.C. Illa. He's a white rapper.
Okay.
I called the store. I was like, yeah, man, appreciate it. First time customer, blah, blah, blah. I was like, hey, I just put out, I managed this rap group called Lyrical Warfare. And, we got a project, how do I get the shit in your stores? He said, y'all them guys from St. Louis?
He already.
Yeah, I didn't mention where the fuck I'm from. He'll tell you that. He was like, I was like, fuck, you know that? He was like, man, people are coming in physically off the streets of Chicago looking for your shit.
Oh, wow.
My online CD store. People are asking, can I get a hold of your shit?
Wow.
So what's up? I was like, well, shit, I need studio time. See you this weekend. Oh, went up there. Me and dude right away, man. Like it was Al Capone meeting Johnny Torrio. That's what it was. Me meeting this dude. This dude understood consumers. Dude understood selling. Like, man, this dude was making so much money. When we were doing our studio session, Wild Style from Crucial Conflict, walked through the door, dropping off fucking CDs. And I'm sitting there like, oh shit, this is Wild Style. Crucial Conflict, smoking on, getting scummy. Man, come on. Yeah, I'm looking at a fucking legend.
Right here.
Right in my fucking face.
That song was so huge. Like, people love that song.
Man, yes. And I'm like, but I'm sitting there, talking game and shit. Boom. Dude, we were supposed to do a song with. Big brother didn't show up. So I was like, shit, let me, re-up on what I got to do. I'll be back in a couple weeks. We'll come up on our own with nobody we're worried about. We just come up to use our studio for him. Came back up there. Man, this man hands me an envelope full of money. I'm looking at him like, what is this? He's like, I got 2 CDs left of what you gave me, man, but I've made plenty of money. He's like, when can I get more?
Wow. So them bitches was going.
Man, them shit was going, man. Shit, there used to be the Sound Revolution on North Lindbergh. Going in from Florissant going into Hazelwood. Man, I sold so much fucking CDs out that motherfucker. When Northwest Plaza used to have a CD store.
Yeah.
We used to put up posters. We put up posters just to advertise to get my CD. These motherfuckers kept calling me, hey man, they keep buying your posters.
They was buying the posters.
They were buying the posters. They're buying the music and they're buying the posters.
Yeah.
So like at the end of the day, from day one, boom, jumped. I'm getting money off this shit. I don't understand how to get money. I'm not no fucking dummy.
So, but what made you even? Was it just like a chance thing that made you even go into this direction of?
I've always liked music.
Yeah.
I was right. I'm not gonna tell any secrets and shit, but there's some music that y'all I've seen people dance to that I wrote.
That you wrote?
That, I'm not gonna say who.
Man,
but
shut the
whatever.
fuck up, man.
Yes, yeah, I'll show you something. I'll show you.
You
Like,
been out here writing? I
man,
had no idea.
I'm not. It ain't nobody important.
But you've done it. You
Yeah.
know, just the fact of the
Hey,
matter.
I'll put it like this, man. I hang around the. I love working with the Tough Poes, the Julays, the Tiabos, the
facts.
Bodines, and certain people because, man, they to me it's like they know how to write.
Right. Nah.
I'm a
for real.
writer. I'm not no Eminem. I'm not a lyrical. No, I understand music.
Yeah.
Like even Dub will tell you this. I'll tell so that Dub will confirm what the fuck I'm about to say. I hit Dub and it was like one time. It was like, hey, you know what you missing? You're missing that Kid song. You're missing that Nas. I know I can't. That one. I can't song.
Yeah.
He was like, damn, you right. I was like, we just gotta find a producer. And I watched him look and talk to certain producers looking to do this shit.
Mm-hmm.
Bam. What Little Dirt drop?
Damn.
Oh my life. Oh my
Uh-huh.
life. Double tell you. About to text him. He's like, man, I've been waiting for you. He's like, I've been waiting for you to give me this text. He was like, I already know. I was like, I told you.
Man. You sure fucking right.
I mean, Double tell you this. I'm talking. This is good 2 years before that Little Dirt shit came out. Like even Jule will tell you this. He's got that song called Corner Store.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I told him, hey man, you need to be reaching out to these different cities, major cities, to get someone to do their verse. Like go reach out to a Chicago cat, do it so he can, let's hear a Chicago dude talk about
Like a
that corner
challenge,
store.
like a
No, not even a challenge.
But
It's just on some
yeah.
like, nah, let me hear your area code. What you got going? Like, let me hear your corner store story.
Okay, got you.
You know what I'm saying? Philly, Atlanta. Like, you can pick a city.
Yeah, anyone.
Okay, boom. Old girl, I think her name, I pronounced Callie. She had that record.
Mm-hmm.
Like, came my number,
Yeah,
you know what I'm talking about?
I know what you're talking
She
about.
got that area code song.
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck she turn around and do? She was going city to city doing different remixes of that shit.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
I've been doing this shit so long, I see shit coming. Shit goes in cycles, man. There ain't nothing new on this planet that ain't been done.
Everything you do already been done.
Yeah,
and shit just go in cycles, yeah.
But that's how much I listen to music. I understand music. I grew up in choir.
Okay.
I understand how to count.
Yeah.
That's all this shit is math.
Yeah, math. Facts. Nah, for real.
It's math.
It's math at the end of the day. If you don't like math, the basics of music is not going to be good for you.
I even took math. I took music classes in college and shit. I understand music very well. I don't have any rhythm.
He said I don't have any rhythm. So Midwest Mixtapes, you started in actually 2004.
Yeah, the dude gave me access while I'm on these roads doing these trips because I'm, Kansas City, I'm in Nap, I'm in Gary and shit. I was getting all this music. I'm burning him CDs and mailing to him to put the music on the site. He couldn't keep up with me. Hey, Adam, here's your code. Here's your username. Here's the email, the password.
You do it yourself.
Yeah, you can do this shit yourself. I call my tech guy. He just got done. He just got back home from Arizona from school from learning all this computer shit.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, hey, bro, we got access. He said, what? I was like, man, I need you. He's like, I got you. And at this time, too, rest in peace, my man, John Hills. I grew up with him. I knew that kid. I know John Hill for real.
Okay.
A lot of our friends I grew up with, man, they loved that kid. And my man, Gat, was one of them. And he was just on some because at the time, he was running with people I had problems with. That's why I didn't fully support him on stuff. But, Gat was straight up said, hey, as long as you don't care if I put John shit up here, I got you. Not a problem. I was like, man, I ain't no hater like that.
Mm-hmm.
I still believe in competition.
Right.
I don't need to blackball anybody.
Man.
I don't need to blackball anybody, man. I'll dog walk you guys without doing that.
He said he still believe in competition. Y'all
I
heard
still
him,
believe
right?
in competition.
It's a thing, man. Y'all got to accept that.
I still believe in competition, so I'm never going to blackball nobody. I'm just going to dog walk you and show you I'm better than you.
So you had access.
I had access. I was able to push it. By this point, too, with access, I'm working with Freddie Gibbs.
And when was this?
I'm in a say as you would put a nation called the Drama Board out of Chicago.
Okay.
my man Finger Roll. My man Finger Roll out of Gary. It was him and his girls named Seesaw. They were called Outside. We've been outside before you kids were outside. So anyway.
Finger Roll and Seesaw.
Okay, they were from Gary. They were the first people outside of Chicago that was part of the Drama Award.
Okay.
Now me and Dirty Boy Montana, aka Tantrum, we was the first from St. Louis because like we were going up to Chicago like that.
Okay.
And they were guys out of Chicago like, yeah, y'all need to click up anyway. You know, you guys, you helping the shit grow, so you guys need to know each other. Me and Finger Roll real close to this day. Well, one of the first people Finger Roll ever handed me, not handed me, but I got him a show at Northwest Plaza. That's how long ago. That's how long I've been doing this shit. We had a show at Northwest Plaza.
A show at Northwest Plaza is crazy.
A show at Northwest Plaza. Man, Freddie Gibbs jumped out the van.
Oh,
This is
wow.
the first time I ever seen him. This is like I knew who he was when he introduced himself because I rapped one of his verses back to him.
What year was that?
This is like 04 sometime.
Okay, damn.
Like all this stuff is going on
So
at the
you've been-
same time.
Okay.
Everything is moving, like all this, like a small quick
amount of time.
But
Right.
that's how much I was traveling.
Got you.
I was home like Sunday night to Thursday. Friday morning, boom,
Out of there.
We gone. We out of town.
Okay.
I don't care. Yeah, I'm talking. It was if it wasn't Kansas City, it was Evansville, Indiana, or Gary, or Chicago. That's where we were moving.
Okay.
And like I said, Finger Roll was working with Freddie. I guess some guys Freddie knew that was recording at Finger Roll studio, and this Freddie just jumped in there and did what he did. At this point when I had met him, I had only heard a full song and 2 other verses. But every time when I mean this, like he was nice then.
Okay.
He was nice then, and then just I hate to tell people, man, y'all looks. This man always talking about image. Y'all, that shit really means something. When I met Freddie, man, I want to say he wasn't like a dusty ass kid, but he wasn't all shined up and shit. But it was just like, boom, he hopped out the whip, and it was like, yeah, you got the look.
He had a presence.
He had a
got the
presence.
look, yeah.
That part. He had a presence. He had a very much.
This shit is important. Like
he had a very present, and me and him just hit it off real quick.
Okay.
I'm not gonna get into too deep. Me and Freddie real close. We was real close. I don't. I'm gonna put it like that. That's why I'm like real. I be trolling, dude.
Yeah. Like you be trolling who?
Freddie.
Oh, okay.
And them guys in Gary though, but you know what? And you notice nobody in Gary's ever said nothing to me about that. Hey, you need to chill, and then because they know I'm out there in Gary.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's my backyard for real. Like, yeah, y'all be careful out there.
Nah, Gary is not.
Be careful out there.
Look, that movie. What was it? Original Gangsters.
Man, be careful out there. Hey, I'll put it like this, man.
That was based out of Gary, Indiana. It's rough over there.
We was in Texas. We was at a spot, one of my Gary partners. Now they most of the people I work with, they to the left. I'm to the left. These guys that were there, they know who I roll with, so they not tripping on me and shit. These are actually friends of mine. We close friends. This is my man DJ Rock. It was me, Finger Roll, and DJ Rock. We were the first team that got Freddie through the door.
Okay.
Just put it like that. But this I'm going back to how Gary is. Well, this one cat showed up. Now he's friends with one of my GD partners.
Okay.
And my boy already told me about dude. So, and dude already told other dude about me. But he had 2 little youngins with him. When I mean they were grilling me.
Oh yeah.
Oh yes, they was grilling me.
They wanted to know the knowledge, huh?
Yeah, they was grilling me.
They wanted
the minute
what's the literature.
the minute they were like, "Oh, you so and so's boy." Oh, good. Shit, even when we was at it was funny. We're at South by Southwest. Little Ryan, shout out to Lil Ryan, man. He got his job over at the 103 beat. Like Lil Ryan, that's my homeboy. That's my little youngin. He went down there with me. He kept running off and shit. And he finally ran into him. It's loud down there. We kind of like, wow. One of my guys, we had a show. It was mostly all Gary people, man. When I mean, 1 minute there's nobody behind me. Me and Lil Ryan talking. We kind of talking loud, but not in an aggressive manner. But all my guys only hear, they can hear me, my voice raising.
Mm-hmm.
I turn around, there's about 20 dudes behind. I'm like, yo, they looking like, yo, what's up? You good? You good? I'm like,
We're just talking.
I was like, man, look, young came with me, man. I was like, it's loud out here. He was like, hey, man, you with us, man. Ain't nobody touching you, man. That's on G. So, Gary loved me.
Nah, that's what's up.
But nah, that's me and Freddie became real close, real cool, real like he understood the mission. He ain't no dummy.
Mm-hmm.
And I want people to understand the shit when he went with Jeezy, yeah, that helped him go a little higher. But he had already done multiple tours in Europe. He had already done multiple tours in Russia.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So yeah, Freddie been on point for a minute. So I've always given that man. I'll never take anybody's talent away from him.
That's what's up.
Personality is a whole different story. But yeah, he's dope.
So would you say, as far as the reasoning why you started Midwest Mixtapes, it was just because you seen all that was coming?
Yeah.
Way back in the message boards.
Yeah. So all that shit coming, bro.
Mm-hmm.
So all that shit coming way back in the message boards. You see how everything's coming together?
Mm-hmm.
But else too, though, I really traveled.
Yeah, that's a big,
that's a
very important part of it.
Very. Because I was able to do something and show stuff to people like they didn't know nothing about yet either.
Well, I feel like it's, and then the thing too is like, man, if you came all this way with, and you're showing me what you're doing, you got to be serious about it.
Right.
So people are more willing to work with you and be like, yeah, okay, we fuck with that. And then to be able to go from city to city and get accepted and brought into these groups that you talking about, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Man, look.
Yeah.
Credibility,
yeah.
The validity, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All these things matter, you know what I'm saying?
Footwork, groundwork in the trenches, groundwork. Like for real. I've been some places. Like, I'll never forget. One time I went up to, I was one of my summertime Chicago trips. I was staying with Nuisance. She stays in the Holy City. Y'all know what that is. I'm not gonna get too detailed. If you know, you know. I'm up bright and early. I got these Richie Stacks CDs and shit, and she like. Where her building was nothing more than like a building away from the corner store. So, man, I'm in Chicago. I'm seeing all these. I've been out there plenty of times by this point, but all these people were so early. It was like bad. People walking, boom, boom. I'm out there just on the corner, stoplight. Next thing I know, I hear Nuisance yelling, "Yo, hey, they this way, but they under this store, but them ain't our people. You need to go talk to so-and-so." Went and talked to old boy. He was like, "Nah, you good. Appreciate you coming over to talk to me, It would have been some problems if I was doing something I shouldn't have."
Right.
And just saying, I've been in those type of situations. I've been in places where, like, most, it would have been...
Yeah. No, yeah. I get what you're saying.
Yeah. So, I've never tripped on. I'm from St. Louis.
Right.
That's how I always tell people.
I feel like when I travel abroad and I get to talk to people and it's like they love St. Louis people, especially when you got sense.
Hey, that
respect.
But, hey, one thing I would like, but back to the St. Louis shit, but that's back to the point of when they were trying to box us in.
Right.
Now, we traveling, and the one thing I would definitely give credit, they allowed people. Oh, you're from St. Louis? All they know is good music from us.
Mm-hmm.
So they would give us an ear. We'd let them know, hey, we don't make the same type of music, but they would still give us the ear. You're from St. Louis. You guys got a good track record.
Yeah.
So we always had, we've had that foot in the door. It was just up to us to what you do with it.
Right.
So. Tell
me about working with Richie Stacks.
Man, Richie's amazing, man. That man's an amazing studio. He's a fucking perfectionist.
Oh yeah.
When it comes to this mixing and mastering, man, I don't know how many times I fell asleep on that fucking couch over the years.
What was your involvement with him with working with him?
He's
same type of things.
Yeah. Him and my boy County Brown. Shout out to County Brown, man.
Shout out to County Brown.
Me and County's known each other since elementary school.
Oh, word?
Yeah, I'm from Blackjack.
Okay, yeah. I didn't know y'all knew each other since elementary.
Elementary school, like elementary school. But he introduced us because County saw me pumping the Midwest mixtapes on MySpace.
Okay.
And Tantrum, aka Dirty Boy, is from the Hathaway neighborhoods.
Okay.
And County from the they all from the 1100s off Halls Ferry.
Okay.
It was like Seven Hills and then the Hathaways. If you know the area over in North County, you know what I'm talking about. They always knew each other. You know, we all knew each other anyway from high school. We all went to high school together too. County just saw what I was doing and just seeing everything that was on. It was just like, hey, I need to put my CD up on that site. You know, oh, boom. That's when me and County, we've been shit. That's someone I talk to nearly every day. That man is a great businessman. And just even take it back even before Lyrical Warfare. I'll never forget, it was my junior year. His partner, Tommy the Timer, was in my math class. Man, I helped that man pass math and graduate. But nah, he came in class with a CD on some trying to sell hand-to-hand shit. You know, I was just fucking with him on some, hey man, if it's up at Sound Revolution, I'll buy it and I'll come back and show you. He looked at me and laughed. He's like, all right, bet. Because it was up there. When I got up there, man, they used to have in that, the CD stores, man, they had the little top 20s and whatever, top whatever. They were like number 15.
Okay.
I bought the shit, brought it to him, showed him, man. So county, shit, I can't remember. I want to say, man, it's my junior high school yearbook. They did a whole thing on county.
Wow.
With the music shit. So county's always been the one. When I met Warfare, he wasn't going by county, but I always remember, like, nah, if he could do that shit, I can do that shit. We're from the same neighborhood. We're from the same neck of the woods. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, before even Warfare, it was County. County, shout out to County Brown. But, yeah, I met Richie Stacks through County.
Okay.
And just, yeah, you know, boom, I just put my footwork. It's no different what I did for Warfare, I did with Richie.
Yeah, you was traveling with Richie, too, right?
Yeah. Oh, and just also another thing. Another thing I want people to understand what I help do for artists. This goes back to no way I could be a culture vulture, assholes. I help artists put a value in their music.
Mm-hmm.
What'd you just? What I say? $1,000 fucking dollars. That's Nipsey money.
That's a lot. Yeah. For one disc.
You know how many?
Yeah.
Y'all know? Do you understand how many streams you guys got to get before you see $1,000 check?
You gotta. Yeah. You gotta get a lot.
We can do that one CD. Just one.
To even have that type of impact on the culture is more than most people will ever.
But yeah, I help Richie get a promotion deal. Not a promotion deal, sponsorship through with Royal Blunts. Shout out to Judy Jones. I don't remember seeing all that Royal Blunt shit back in the day, the raps and all that.
Yeah.
That was me.
Oh wow.
That was me. That was something like I talked to the regional manager of that stuff.
I sure remember the Royal Blunt.
I'll put it like this, man. I can say it now because it's way over. They had I was told, shout out to my girl Judy, it was like, oh, this is our usual, we're starting back the Royal Blunt stuff, because they had stopped for a second. And they're like, oh, this is our conference call, whatever, for everybody. They called me like an hour before. I'm like, oh, shit, did I miss something? They're like, no, we just wanted to talk to you beforehand.
Oh, wow.
They're like, yeah, you shot up our percentages in North St. Louis County at like 300%.
Wow.
It was just like, I was like, shit, that's what's up. I was like, that's good to hear. And they gave me a raise. I was getting paid more than the other cats that were on the streets.
Oh, so they just,
Yeah, then they kept seeing like the numbers, boom. They kept seeing the works, boom. And it was just like, well, let me get some posters for my man Richie. Judy knew who Richie was too. So it was easy. Judy was like, okay, cool, we'll get them to do that. Because they already did that with from other artists, but they weren't on shit. But she knew I would be handling it. It wouldn't be necessarily the artist.
Right.
So, boom, she understood. He had a team, somebody doing what they need to do while he does his music and the artist tip.
Okay.
They ended up wrapping his truck. Man, those people were handing us $1,000 check for a month, every month. Me and Richie were splitting $1,000 every month.
Just from.
And this went on good like 2 years or more. And this is something that they normally say don't last out more than 6 months. That was just how well I was helping with the making shit move.
Hey, that's what's up. That's like damn near just free money almost.
Yeah, that's what it was.
All right, tell me about how you got affiliated with Coalition DJs.
Coalition DJs, man. I want to say DJ Jackson. Shout out to DJ Jackson. Him and DJ K Mean. I've always been cool with K Mean. We were business partners at one time with Midwest Mixtapes before she really broke off with her Mean Girls.
Okay.
And them guys with the Dirty Boys. Shout out to Rail. They just was like, hey, we're doing the coalition. I was just like, hey, okay, cool. I went to the first one, like little meet and greet mixer that we did. It was just like a whole new energy coming from when we started, because I don't want to bring up old shit, but let's just say the old guard, they really was on some BS with some of us for no apparent reason. Like this goes back to me fighting for you guys to have more creative power. You know what I'm saying? Like these guys were, like I said, it wasn't just it was business people too that was trying to box in our sound.
Right.
Making us seem like we had to do this shit. And it was just like, how can we be the most dangerous city and we can always have happy-go-lucky shit? That don't make sense to me.
You know, when I was living in Indianapolis, I had some people tell me, yeah, we went to St. Louis for a trip with high school. And we was listening to this Nelly and all this shit, thinking we finna go down there, and we done left some shit. Motherfucker done robbed us for some shit and all this. And I was like, yeah, it ain't.
Yeah, don't let the music fool you.
Don't let the music fool you. And it's one of the things that I always felt like, because at the time when everything that you talking about was going on in St. Louis, I wasn't here. I was in Indianapolis.
See, and also too, what I'm saying, what you were about to say, like, I didn't meet anybody in the St. Louis music industry until like 05, 06 maybe. And at this point too, when I'm meeting them, I'm writing for Ozone Magazine. Y'all remember Ozone Magazine? Every time you saw Akeem the Dream in that. That was my cosign. Young Ro in that cosign. Oops. Not necessarily victim on, but I was constantly talking about him in the Rap Quest section that I was, going. But nah, I've been around. I've been doing a lot of stuff for a lot of St. Louis that we didn't have before. I was opening the door for. I like you said, pioneer.
Facts.
I'll try to shove that down nobody's throat.
But it's just
don't make me.
It's just the truth though. Like the track record is there, because you telling me I just know the things that I know, but you telling me about shit that I had no idea about. Like this is STL music history, hip hop music history lessons right here.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I was like, we didn't have magazines coming here to St. Louis. Well, we had Murder Dog, but it wasn't like they were following up with any of those other artists that were in the issues.
Right.
I'm looking at a whole issue that's got about 20, 30 different artists. Half of them by that point that I started working with Warfare, I never heard or seen.
All right.
Like, and that was another, and I knew Rich, and I also found out back to Richie. His group, the Hard Knocks, they were like the only other group I saw out here that was doing shit at the same time. That made me look like, oh, they doing the same shit we are, but they even had more. They had the rap bands and all that shit. I used to see that rap band everywhere. That Hard Knock shit. Yeah. Shout out to Richie with the Hard Knocks and Shotty, man. Them still my brothers.
That's what's up. All right, so I mean, like a lot of what you talking about from like your early days, you was just always traveling, getting the groundwork out, and it explains a big reason why you are against the STL versus everybody concept to me, because like I've seen you, like people post that before and you're like, man, fuck that.
It ain't necessarily fuck that, but it's like, yo, you like, huh? Like what? Like, why are you trying to start? Like, stop it. Like all that extra shit, man. Get money.
That's the main thing.
Get fucking money.
Yeah.
Like, if I would have went out to Chicago and been like, yeah, STL versus everybody, STL versus boom.
Then it
you talking our the most major market in our region. They looking at you like, the fuck is wrong with you?
Right.
You think you're gonna come up here and get money with us?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Bye.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, you can't do that. You insulting people when you do that certain stuff. That I don't know. That just shows me a closed mind.
Yeah.
I just think of it with a closed mind. I mind it when people coming against us.
Yeah. When
Trust me. Don't get it wrong. Like, yo, when I see people talking crazy about St. Louis or St. Louis artists, nah, hold up.
That's a different
don't
thing.
forget
Yeah,
where the fuck I'm from.
yeah, facts. Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
but just overall as a concept, just to say it on a daily basis. Yeah,
stop that. It's
Yeah.
bigger than St. Louis.
Yeah.
You want to be bigger than St. Louis.
yeah,
For
that's
real.
facts. And what you said, like just in just a minute ago, like Chicago being the like the biggest major market that's close to us,
Mm-hmm.
you really want them to be able, you want to be able to tap in with them so they'll fucking listen to it. I mean, it make, you know, yeah,
Man, like I said, boom, I was getting money up there. I still get money up out of Chicago to this day.
right,
You know, so
yeah.
yeah, Chicago very that you can't have a closed mind state.
Speaking of Chicago, tell us about this recent tour that you just came back from.
So I didn't go to Chicago.
I know you didn't go to Chicago, but you be going everywhere. So
Yeah, okay, but you know what? Let's talk about Gutter Israel. Shout out my man Gutter. Israel.
shout out to my man Gutter Israel for real.
Hooked him up with a artist out of
Oh,
Chicago.
you did? Yeah.
Oh, out of Chicago, and I'm doing some consulting and helping him with here and there behind the scenes stuff and shit. You know, shout out to Gutter with that. I sent some info about a show in Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
It's on them. I don't force nothing on them. If they want to do it, cool.
Right.
No big deal. They hit me. Yeah, we finna do that. Yeah, would you be able to go with us? And I was like, yeah, bet. That's Chicago. That's my backyard. I want to make sure you safe.
Facts.
But also too, I can point. Man, don't worry about that. Don't worry about that's who you need to talk to, and that guy and that type of shit.
Yeah.
So, but I was like, shit, well, we're gonna go up there. This is the time of the show. Let me call my guy at the college station, man. Rest in peace, Brian. That shit broke my heart.
Man.
We got up there. Now I had hit him a good 3 weeks beforehand, maybe, you know, a little about that to make sure to set up the time and everything. He was all good. He wasn't responding any follow-up shit, which was kind of weird. But we went anyway, because we're still doing the show anyway. We had to be there anyway.
Right.
So we get there. I'm hanging up posters in the student center. And I see Gutter talking to somebody. I'm walking over there and I see it's, Brian. I'm talking to him like, hey, what's up, dog? He looking at me and I'm thinking like, what's up? Something wrong? He was like, it's like Adam, Midwest Mixtapes. And by this point, we've already met.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, man, I've had this eye infection. I can hardly see, blah, blah. I was like, shit, okay. This is why you hadn't been responding. He was like, man, I haven't checked my emails in so long. But he was like, now that you're here, he was like, I remember our, initial conversation about it.
Mm-hmm.
He let me interview Gutter on air. I did not know that was the video footage that I did get of him, man. It's like the last video footage of that man alive. Because he ended up passing, but we had a dead show. The show ended up being over in Gary. But yeah, I went up there. I had I still have other, radio people up there, like the Illinois radio and a couple other podcasts and shit, whatnot. But yeah, we losing Brian, man. That hurt. That for me it hurt just because it was like I finally had like in Chicago. I do know the major cats, which. Y'all buzz ain't hard enough for that.
Yeah.
And I'm
right.
And I'm just keeping it real with you. Don't get in your feelings, please.
Mm-hmm.
But I had somebody that was willing to be that opening
to the next
for you guys to get in Chicago, and I'm like, yes, bet finally, all these years. And then that happened. I hope his homeboy Keith keeps it going. Shout out to Keith. But yeah, that was the last time I was in Chicago. But then. What you're talking about, the tour.
Right.
The Coalition DJs Midwest promo tour.
Mm-hmm.
It's the last week of every month, except I don't think they do it in November and December, of course, because like Thanksgiving and holiday with Christmas, and holidays and whatnot. But they've been doing this I want to say they're the only DJ crew right now that's consistently doing shit like that. Mm-hmm. So when y'all see that New Music Thursday, that's part of a bigger thing than just New Music Thursday.
So every time the New Music Thursday happens, you've had a new music whatever day, other cities, right?
Yes. Mm-hmm. Starts on Sunday. Starts Tulsa.
Okay.
Oklahoma.
Okay.
Monday is Oklahoma City, Oklahoma.
Okay.
Tuesday is Wichita, Kansas. Wednesday is Kansas City, Missouri. And then the final stop is St. Louis
Oh,
on
okay.
Thursday.
So my Kansas City people, y'all need to be tuning. Y'all need to be tapping in when they come through the city. It's a
Oh man,
valuable
shit,
resource.
I'm great in Kansas City. Shout out to DJ Rocky Montana. I'm great
Y'all
in
need
Kansas
to
City.
see.
I like I'm gonna put it like this. There's not a Midwest city that I hate to tell you St. Louis artists, man. Oh, you're from St. Louis? Oh, you on Midwest mixtapes? You're gonna get that. Whether y'all like it or not. Whether you like me or not.
Yeah.
You're gonna get that. And they're gonna judge you off you not working with me. I don't. It's like, yo, like, please be out of. I'm a competitive person. Like, nothing more, nothing less. If y'all don't like competitive, please walk past me. I'm into competitive.
I feel like if y'all ain't competitive, y'all need to get out of this industry because it's an industry full of competitors.
And this is plenty of people, man. You can. Hey, you know what? I said Ray Kizzy. Y'all know Kizzy.
Mm-hmm.
In crowd Kizzy.
Mm-hmm.
Ray the Kid. Jump Stupid. Jump Stupid.
Mm-hmm.
He was on a core DJ promo tour.
Mm.
He was in Chicago. I get a phone call. It's one of my core DJ guys from Northern Indiana.
Mm.
Hey, what's up, bro? Hey, what's good? What's up? Hey, you know this Kizzy guy? Kizzy. He's like, yeah, he's got this song. I was like, Incrop. I was like, dark skinned guy, blonde braids right now. He's like, yep. I was like, that's my boy. I was like, actually, I was just at his house last night. He was like, cool. All I hear Kizzy in the back. Good looking at him. Clear. I'm not telling no stories.
This is real. Like, hey,
man, I'll take it even farther, man. Give you a story, man. You know, boom. You can ask any of the dudes that rode with Red Corleone. Rest in peace, Red.
Man, rest in peace, Red Corleone. Man.
He would tell you, man. He did a mixtape with Addicted Dopeness. Had him at the top of the site. This man. Now I don't work with everybody like that, hands on. You know, I don't know what everybody does and whatnot. They just got on the side. I did the promo pack that they got. I did for them. Nothing more, nothing less.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I want to say maybe a few months after they had done whatever, but they still pushing, which was great. I get a text message at like 4 in the morning. And I worked overnight at the time, so I got it right away. It's Red. And I'm in such and such Kentucky. It's right outside of Cincinnati. He's like, this whole club knows my shit. He was like, the DJs knew who I was the minute I said who when I shook their hand. He said every last one of these industry dudes kept saying Midwest mixtapes, Midwest mixtapes, Midwest mixtapes.
And it was because he put the music on the site.
Nothing more, and I did what I did.
Well, and also what you do, yeah. Man, listen. R.I.P. to Red Corleone.
Shout out to Red, man. I was trying to do something with him too. Yeah. I'd have to find. I got a couple songs him recorded, but they rough drafts and shit.
Man. All right. So listen. Tell me about professionalism.
Professionalism.
Let's talk a little bit about professionalism. I know we talk about this.
Get my thinking cap on.
Me and you, we talk about this stuff a lot. Me and Adam talk quite often on the phone, have conversations, and I send people Adam's way quite often.
Yeah, shout out to Gutter Israel.
He's one of the person. Yep. Shout out to Gutter Israel for that, for sure. But I send people Adam's way quite often. I tell them this is a person that they need to know. I tell them about what he does, and I'm glad that you did this interview because it really fleshes out and tells them more. You know what I'm saying of what you do, and really gives them a perspective of where you've been with what you do. So, but we often talk about professionalism and how even people that I don't send your way, contact you. But
hey, I'm gonna tell you the quickest way I'm gonna test you, and I do this often. The quickest way I'm gonna test you. I'm going to ask you to send me a link. The minute somebody hits me back, oh, yeah, I'm on Spotify, just, search such and such. I ask for a link. I ask for something specific.
Okay.
And if you can't take the time to
send a link,
like I asked.
Okay.
That's the quick way I'm going to test you and see how, like, professional you are. That's my quickest way to try to figure out somebody. Let's see what you need. That's a simple ask.
That's simple as fuck.
Exactly.
Like send me a link. Okay, here's a link to my fucking.
Shout out to Rory Blaze, old girl. down there. She doing her thing in Atlanta. She from the East Side. Somebody hit me to her. You know, I hit her up on Instagram. You know, hey, I hear you from the East Boogie, et cetera, et cetera. You know, hey, send me a link. Send me a link.
Mm-hmm. That's so like that's the
Send me a link.
simplest
And
shit.
guess what? It made me go look her shit. And you know, boom, she got some radio edits. Cool. I'm gonna spin her on Midwest Mixtapes Radio.
Okay.
Just off of simple, you follow you.
Just simple as that.
Simple as that. If yeah. But professionalism is well, like you gotta understand who you're dealing with. Research who you're trying to work with. That's the first thing. Research who you're trying to work with, man. Quit hearing it from hearsay or so and so said. Go talk to somebody who actually works with that person. Y'all really want to know what I'm like? Go talk to T-Dub-O. Go talk to Bodine.
That's good advice.
Hell, go talk to A-Game's uncle.
That's good advice though. Yeah, talk to somebody.
Go talk to someone that actually works with. Because I've had a few conversations with people, and it's like you've worked with me, and you're letting those people say that type of stuff about me, and you stop that. Come on, you know better. Mm-hmm. You know. But yeah, go to research who you're trying to deal with. Simple as like research who you're trying to work with, because you don't want to end up scammed.
Yeah, that
happens all the time. There's a lot of bottom feeders in this industry. A lot of bottom feeders. Research who you're trying to deal with. If you're trying to get a record moved, okay, cool. Someone tells you, like, if he tells you, hey, go holler at DJ K-Mean and start getting in tune with the Coalition DJs.
Tell y'all about the time.
Go research K-Mean.
Facts. Go
research the records that Coalition DJs St. Louis have broke or are pushing, and go ask those artists, hey, what's it like working with these guys?
Facts.
Go actually talk with the people who broke bread. Because that's one thing I want to tell everybody, man. People will take you serious in this music industry. It's a business. They will take you serious if you can show that you can make money, that you can earn. Why do you think I'm so deep in this shit? From day one, I showed how to earn. Nothing more, nothing less. We're not all hustlers. But I was hoping all of us in St. Louis, being from the STL, that we were all hustlers.
Everybody
anyway,
got it.
No, it ain't even about being got it. You know what I used to do, man, when I was broke?
And I ain't talking about like got it with money. I'm just talking about the hustle.
Oh yeah.
Everybody
ambition
got the hustle. Yeah,
like, there's
ambition.
Hey, if you can't pay for something, man, you better go to the library.
Yeah. Learn how to do it. Yeah.
Research. You got Google, you got YouTube.
It's too much knowledge at your fingertips right now.
Yeah. Research. Back to research. You know, research who you're talking about. Research what you're trying to do. Just even whatever you're trying to do, whatever lane that you're trying to push your stuff in at the time, go research with the people that you're trying to work with or you would like to work with.
And when y'all do research the people and you find out what their price is, stop trying to make them assholes because you found out that they got a price. Because this shit got a price to it. Like, this shit costs. Yeah. Like, I think a lot of people don't realize exactly. You was talking about it earlier.
I have an overhead for Midwest Mixtapes.
Right.
If I don't make money on music business, guess where it comes out of? My regular everyday pocket. I don't want that. Mm-hmm. So I'm trying to earn as much as I can with the music. Yeah, overhead ain't fun. Nah. You in a real, I respect anybody in a real business, because if you're a real business, you got some kind of overhead.
Nah, for real.
Because even like right now, what you're doing,
that's overhead.
This overhead. I know this comes into your electric bill.
Yeah. And you know, yeah, he ain't lying. And that shit don't ever go off.
Yeah.
I pretty much leave this shit
costs.
on.
When you trying to entertain people, shit costs.
Yeah, facts. And then just like the marketing of it, the promotion of it, a lot of the things that artists don't want to really understand, this is all part of the game. Like, you gotta pay for shit. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like, I think this is like a lot of places where the conversation falls short. Is like, you reach out to a person, it's like, well, you know, you think that they're gonna just say, well, I'm gonna take whatever you got and just push it. No, it costs to get that pushed. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So conversations fall flat when y'all find it out. But this shit costs money, man.
Yeah, even just like read somebody's palm to get the wheel moving. Mm-hmm. I've never had a handout. Everything I have, I've paid for. No one has ever given me a fucking handout. The only person that ever put money in my pocket to do this shit was my mother. That's
Man,
it.
and you lucky that she did, cause my mama ain't never gave
Ah,
me
man,
enough
shit, my mom used
to
to
do
be in
this shit.
banking, man. Nah, you know what I ended up buying? That CD store,
Oh,
that Chicago CD store.
okay.
I
Oh,
ended up, I owned that, man, motherfucker for like 8 years or so, man.
oh wow.
Yeah, man. That's why I was like, yeah. I do, I own rights to different albums. I have 148 songs in my catalog that I have rights to.
Wow,
I'm gonna stop when I get to 200.
that's crazy.
But yeah, nah, this like I said, go back to earning, research what you're doing, and treat this like a business.
Yeah, facts. It's a
Treat this like
business.
a business
It
for the
was-
utmost. What
So,
time is it? I'm not trying to be an asshole.
so many people. It's
Oh,
120.
okay, cool. Yeah,
So
we
many
good.
people don't realize that it's actually it is a business.
It's very
I mean,
much business oriented, man. It's
For real.
very like we're not trying to take away from your creativity,
right.
but when you come to the business, people like us, you know, or me, this is my creativity.
Hmm.
Like I mean, I've listened to so much music over the years. I'm talking all genres. I
Mhm.
could walk the earth probably a million times how much music I've heard over the years.
Man, that's why when I'm listening to music and reviewing it, I'm reviewing the music and listening to it so I can pass you to people like him.
Hey,
And say,
I'm gonna
hey,
let people know, man.
take a look
I
at
pay attention to who he's talking about and who he's playing on the record. I don't always let my presence be known that I'm there, but shit, I'm watching, I'm listening.
if he ain't, I'm letting them know. Just
Yeah,
know
that
for
part
sure.
too. If I don't get to hear, but boom, hey, you need to check this guy out, Adam.
Yeah,
Tell me what you think first before I even go any further.
yeah.
But at the same time, what he's telling you ain't far off. He definitely ain't far off. Not at all. Like he's very on point with the shit he's telling you.
Hey, I'm trying to get y'all together. All right, I got one more question for you.
Yes, sir.
Well, maybe two. But
Okay.
what is the STL music scene lacking? What do we need? What are we missing
Let me tell y'all
to
something,
just
man.
blow us out of the stratosphere?
Check this out. To be honest, depends on what your definition of success is. Let's start there.
Okay, we
You
talked
trying to-
about that earlier.
There's not gonna be another Nelly situation. I hate to tell us.
Mm,
Well, you heard 60 Red, but nah. The whole thing with Nelly, I'm coming from more of a natural state. We had the Rams. We had like
it was a lot of things going
It
on.
was very homegrown.
Mm,
You know what
yeah,
I'm saying?
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It was just more natural, I guess you could
And
say. Organic. That's the word
very,
you use
very,
now,
very,
right?
very, very organic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So with that being said, we've always, since we've known, I'll even take it back to Deadly Dupes for me. I don't, boom, Silk Smooth and all that.
Mm. Y'all don't even know nothing about no Silk
Shout
Smooth.
out to Odie. The sound quality. I can't emphasize that shit enough. Sound quality. We've been to that point of high with like Nelly. They expect a certain sound quality from St. Louis.
Mm-hmm.
That goes for the independents too.
Mm-hmm.
They expect a certain sound quality. And I mean, even the independents of, I would show you a great example. Shout out to Keem the Dream. Keem, MC Keem, Pie America Keem. His song was huge. Stick with it.
Huge.
Huge. Hey, they love that song in Cincinnati to this day. To this day.
Wow.
Shout out to Cincinnati. They've always expected sound quality. Nelly gave us that position to where, you know what, that's where we're above everybody. We come out the gate with the sound quality. We have the people who understand sound quality, like the Richie Staxes, cats from Fat Buddha, to the people down at Jupiter Studio. What's that? Horsaw, Suburban Pro.
Yeah.
These guys all have that industry quality shit.
Yes.
And you got to be able to match that shit with people. And that's one thing when I was at 89.5 up there at Flow Valley, and I had artists come in independent wise and like, yeah, play my shit. You know, it's like, yeah, if your friends call, I'll play it, but I can't play this on a regular. Why not? Let me show you. Your shit, boom, here's a major industry person. Boom, it's kicking this high. It's it's where it needs to be without peaking. Your guys' shit low, peaking, and y'all over the place. You gotta be able to be with the same. got to be able to have the same
Same
sound
sound
quality.
quality,
And
facts.
we have that. We have the sound quality. A lot of industry artists here who've been making noise have solid sound quality music.
Mhm.
And that's always going to be our biggest
Asset.
asset and just our biggest, like, out the gate of our reputation. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. Because even with Nelly, hey, you know how many artists you gotta come together, their catalog to equal what Nelly did
Oh,
just
man.
with Country Grammar?
Yeah, nah, it's like a lot. So, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
so we got that reputation of already being a good music city of artists that's gonna make good music. You know, boom, we broke through the independent stuff. You know, we got the Hueys that finally like got through the door. It felt like, okay, cool, we're not gonna be necessarily boxed in. We got a guy that can rap.
Right, right.
You know, rest in peace of that man.
Mm-hmm. R.P. to Huey.
But yeah, sound quality. I can that to me is more important than anything. You have your sound quality. Sound quality. You're trying to go against those major label artists, man. Especially if a lot of you guys that like to go down to Atlanta.
Right, yeah.
Atlanta got that sound quality. They're those indie artists that are down there, whether they're from Atlanta or not, they're getting them high quality studios, man, with the high quality mixes and mastering.
So, you think we lack in the sound quality at this point?
Nah,
Nah.
we're missing traveling. Y'all don't understand fucking geography. I'm sorry to be cussing. It's the Sicilian in me, and I get annoyed by lack of common sense sometimes.
Yeah.
Like, we are geographically in the best position than anybody else in this fucking country.
To move.
Listen to me.
For,
Listen to me
for
very
sure, though, for
carefully.
real.
Listen to me very carefully.
Me and Sugar
man.
Grits was talking about this. Talk to him.
Missouri.
Mm-hmm.
We got 8 states around us that
Facts.
touch us. Put us there. That's 9.
Mm-hmm.
Whether you go get Minnesota or Indiana or Tennessee, Tennessee touches.
Yeah.
Whether you go down Arkansas, you know, boom. Let's just go with Indiana. You got Missouri, the 8 states, then Indiana. That's 10. There's only 50 states. That's 20% of the country.
Mm-hmm.
It's simple math. Back to math.
It's-
we geographically, you go to Chicago, you're starting to head east. You know, going to Indianapolis, you definitely going more east.
East, yeah.
You know, boom, you start heading towards Nashville. You got to go to through Paducah. You got Louisville. We got Louisville that goes straight from 64.
Right.
You got Paducah on the way down to Nashville. You got Memphis right now, you know, 55. We got Arkansas under us, Little Rock. You got Oklahoma with Tulsa and OKC. Then you got Kansas with Kansas City, Kansas, and you got the Wichitas and the colleges out there like Manhattan and the Topekas and shit. And then you got the Omaha, Nebraska. You got Iowa. And for people, man, if y'all missing out on Iowa, man, you tripping. Y'all ain't seeing what they doing with Caitlin Clark? Them fan base up there, man, they fuck with you. They gonna fuck with you. You gonna get money. Shout out to Des Moines. Shout out to Cedar Rapids. But if you spreading your music directly to each one of them spots, you going in a multiple fucking directions.
Mm-hmm.
It's a spread, people.
Mm-hmm.
Let me tell you, man. A drug dealer, a major drug dealer would understand this, man. I'm gonna keep it street sense. It's about distribution.
Facts.
We're in the greatest spot for distribution of music. The greatest spot. The greatest spot. There's only one other city better than us, and that's Indianapolis. And that's just because how close they are to so many different major Midwest cities. But other than that, geographic wise, we're kicking everybody's ass and we're not taking advantage of it. Travel.
We ain't taking advantage of
Travel.
the region. It's something that I'll be talking about as well.
We have a geographical advantage over everybody.
A lot of people think
Everybody.
I'm gonna take over St. Louis. It's not enough people in St. Louis to take over.
Cool. Hey, you know what? Do that. Hey, first time artists out there, man. Listen to me, man. Come out. It should take you no more than 2-3 years at most to really get your foothold in your city.
Mm-hmm.
By that time after, you need to be traveling. Travel.
I agree.
And hit those small, like, college is going on. Go down to Rolla. Go down to the University of Rolla. There's nothing going on.
What else? What's the other one?
You got SEMO.
Facts. Then you got go a little bit further.
Go up to Mizzou.
Yeah.
You got Truman State. I'm not sure what it's called anymore.
Yeah, he telling you though.
You know, you got Springfield, Illinois. I really made I made a lot of good money in Evansville, Indiana. And look, right there, you know what? Even with Evansville, let me go back to traveling. Okay, I'm in Evansville. I hook up with a college down there. I went out there and did my street stuff with the boom, boom, boom. Got a lot of great feedback, etc. I dropped music off at the college station. They hit me back. Me and the dude got real close, real quick. Shout out to my man Raj. Raj brought us out there. County Brown will tell you this. You need whenever you get County to do an interview. I took County out there. We was at this. I think the spot was called a dunk room or some shit. It was like I wouldn't call it a hole in the wall bar, but you had the one spot. The one room was the bar, and another room had a bunch of tables. You know, they had a cool little stage. Well, we didn't expect much. Well, we over there playing dominoes, drinking and stuff. It's maybe 8 o'clock. You know, wasn't nobody there yet. We drunk. We look up. It's like 10:30. We look up. This motherfucker is packed wall to wall. It wasn't nothing to do with us being there either. I'm not gonna even give us that credit.
Right.
It was just these people liked what Raj did. Raj played hip hop. They came to hear hip hop. Hey, I got some guys from St. Louis here. Man, rock that bitch. Man, I'm standing at the door as we walking out. I hand out a first couple CDs just for free. And then people are like, oh, what's that? Oh, just the old boy's CD. Oh, how much? Handed me $10, $20, $5. Like, boom, we made a killing. Man, I stayed plugged in Evansville like that. Well, my man Raj ended up moving to San Diego. Man, why that man he don't work there anymore, but he became part of one of the biggest record pools in the damn industry.
Wow.
And he treated me to this day. We just talked the other day. He sent me an email with some new information, what he got going on and shit. But he was in a power position. And I mean, I hadn't seen this guy since 2007 or so. I saw him at a core DJ retreat. I'm sitting there talking to my man DJ Johnny O, the head guy of the Nerve DJs out of Cleveland. And Johnny turns, he's like, hey, let me introduce you to so-and-so, man. This is the owner of BPM Supreme, or what I think that's what it's called. BPM Supreme Record Pool. Well, he starts talking to me like he knows me. And I'm the side like, hold on, bro. I don't recognize you. Like,
who are you?
Yeah. He pulled me to the side. He's like, Adam, it's Raj, Evansville. When I had met him, he was a clean-cut kid. Now he got a beard and all that. Like, I didn't recognize him.
Yeah.
But it was just like, yo, it's Raj, Evansville. I was, man, get the fuck out of here. Like, his shit was everywhere. I mean, all these top guys were I'm not going to say kissing his ass, but they were treating him like royalty.
Right, yeah.
And I'm like, oh, shit. And he was like, man, call me next week, man. You know I got you. Me and him been cool ever since again.
That's what's up, man.
Like, you gotta travel.
Listen,
you gotta travel.
Traveling.
You never know who you're gonna meet. You never know who's
relationships.
You never know who's gonna end up being who.
Yeah. Meeting people, relationships. Hey, all the things that I be telling y'all about, man. Proof is in the pudding right here with him. So, last week.
Yes, sir.
Got it. You got a radio show every Sunday night, 8 p.m. to 9 p.m., right?
Yep. Midwest Mixtapes Radio. It is on 103.7 Da Beat. DABEAT. Yeah.
So
it's an internet-based station.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. It's based out of Rockford, Illinois. Shout out to DJ Shad and DJ Big Juice. They're the ones who are in charge. I just send the music in. I send in my mix. I send it to them. So when I'm getting numbers, this ain't stuff I'm making up or I can't manipulate. This is numbers I'm asking them, and they're giving to me.
Right.
I'm asking for the analytics. I'm getting it from them. Mm-hmm. This ain't something I'm seeing and I can doctor up or some shit.
Right.
It ain't me. They're giving me the information. So it's every Sunday night, 8 to 9 p.m. We're on Roku. We're on Alexa. You got the app. I want to say they 20,000 plus downloads on the app just alone.
Oh, wow.
I want to say Shad told me the amount of subscribers between all their outlets is in the 200,000 plus range.
Okay.
So, but yeah, last week we broke the 100,000 listener mark.
Man, I know that.
103,246 people tuned in to an hour show of nothing but Midwest music.
That's Congratulations, bro.
Appreciate
I know
it.
you've been working hard on getting it over 100,000 for a
Yeah,
while.
I don't know why that was such a goal, but it was just like because when I started, I mean, I started from scratch, man. Shout out to my man Violator, All Star DJs, DJ Showtime out of Chicago. He was the one who really, pushed me because at the time I didn't want to deal with it. He was like, man, I'll make the fucking mixes. Send me the fucking music. Fuck that. He was like, just people appreciate the brand of Midwest mixtapes. And we started out. I want to say the first show was like maybe 300 listeners.
Wow.
And this is the what 4 year.
Yeah.
It'll be 4 years in June.
Yeah. To go from 300 listeners to over 100,000.
Completely from scratch. This show is completely from scratch.
And I've watched it grow the whole time. I've seen when you get 20,000 listeners.
Man.
I remember just seeing a memory like not too long ago when you posted 20,000.
Yeah. And you know what? This is just genuine people tuning in. I don't go overboard on advertising. I don't do a lot of sponsored ads. I'm not saying I haven't, but I definitely I haven't spent more than $100 advertising that radio show.
That's crazy.
I'll just put it like that.
Really?
So, and I always ask the PD. It's like, what am I doing? What am I doing something different than everybody else? It's like it's the consistency. Just staying consistent. You giving them stuff that they don't get to hear on a regular.
So listen. That's why y'all be telling y'all gotta tap in with my man's right here, Adam Murphy.
And it's a media-based station where there's and don't ever let anybody in this music industry. I'm gonna give you a way to watch out for scams. Okay, here's a scam lesson. If you deal with an internet station and they say they are media-based, go look that up. There's only 8 stations. I can't think of all of them, but there's only 8 internet-based hip-hop and R&B stations that are media-based.
Okay.
Media-based. For y'all don't know what media-based is. That's what the major labels be looking at for your radio spins. Okay. We on that level. Like, you get paid your royalties if you got your publishing right.
Yeah.
This is the station. So it's important when I'm playing your shit. No different than being played 103 The Beat or Hot 104 or,
anywhere, any station, Yeah.
So. And just shout out to the suburbs of Chicagoland. They're my biggest market for the listeners and stuff. Once again, Chicago. I love Chicago, man. Y'all always be my heart. But yeah. Chicago can claim me.
He said Chicago
can claim me when it comes to the music business and shit because that's where I really got the business from.
Right.
Like it's a lot faster. Like even with the street team shit that I do, I know how to do that shit so easy and less effortlessly because I've done it in Chicago. Chicago's twice the size of St. Louis.
Yeah, facts. So, with those great numbers that you just got, what's in store for us for the rest of 2025? What you got?
I'm gonna keep, pushing Midwest Mixtapes Radio. I'm gonna start maybe working on YouTube.
Thinking about it.
I'm still in that necessarily. I'm not the type. I don't like jumping on camera and stuff like that. I'm old school, man. I like to keep a mystery about who I am. It ain't because I don't want everything ever about me. Like even when I did Lyrical Warfare, it didn't say executive produced by Adam Murphy because I didn't want any of my friends that maybe I ain't seen since high school. They just happen to be at the store and they see that in the local and they turn around and say, Adam Murphy? Oh my God, I went to school. I didn't want that. I want someone to genuinely fuck with my shit.
Right.
It didn't have my name on it. I'm not necessarily. I want people to respect the see the tape or the piggy bank logo. It ain't about me. Everything I've ever done, if you guys haven't noticed, from Ozone Magazine to the radio show to Midwest Mixtapes as a whole, it ain't about me. It's about y'all.
Yeah.
It's about you guys. I'm giving you guys a platform to be seen and heard. I'm giving you a platform to where you don't have to dick ride these majors or do stuff that you don't necessarily feel you want to do to get noticed.
Facts.
So everything I've done has always been bigger than me. I've always been putting more of St. Louis out there than anybody else. Even if you go back to Ozone Magazine, I'm not sure how many years it was, but I counted. And I name dropped over 100 different artists, DJs, radio stations, clubs, promoters, etc. Hell, when I did back in the 20, I think it was 2021, and I did the Hood Illustrated magazine cover.
Okay.
I had a 4-page spread they were gonna give me. But you notice it says STL edition.
Mm-hmm.
And then you see Dub in there. Dub didn't have to pay for that.
Right.
Jule has an interview online with the Hood Illustrated. He didn't have to pay for that. That was me taking care of all that shit. I'm not saying they asked me to do it for. I was just like, man, I don't need 4 pages to tell my story.
All right. Let me
Like,
talk about these.
Let me give you my city.
Facts.
Don't ever get it twisted, man. That's one thing I do get annoyed with sometimes when people sometimes be like, oh, you be showing all those other places love. Nah, I expect more from where I'm from. That's what, nothing more, nothing less. I expect more from where we're at. Especially when you got someone like me working with you. You don't understand how many times I hear people, man, Adam, I wish we had an Adam in every city like you. You know, I just do my job, my word. If I give you my word, I'm going to take care of it.
Hey, word is bond.
Word is bond, big time, man.
For sure.
Shout out to the guys in Ursa St. Louis, man. Saudi. See, I'm really hurting y'all feelings, you haters. I'm too deep.
Well,
I'm too deep for y'all to be saying certain shit about me, man. It's y'all getting under my skin.
Y'all don't be valuing my man's right here, man. I be trying to tell y'all.
I just want to make this city be great. We from a great, beautiful fucking city, man. So much talent, man.
It's so much talent. It's so much
beauty
talent.
here, the nature of us and shit. You know, my daughter T Nutty, her mom's not from here, and the one thing she said when she got here was like the fact of everybody's really nice, but we can go from 0 to 10
really
like
fast.
that.
Yeah.
And she was like, "That ain't like everywhere. You need to calm down." Like, but we different, and I make sure everybody knows wherever I go, they know I'm from St. Louis.
Right.
I'm spreading St. Louis music. And you guys have no idea who did that. How you got their shit. You know.
Right.
You know, I'm getting artists played on Shade 45 on Sundays on a regular because I helped St. Louis start connect to those people who had that outlet to
right.
You know what I'm saying? I didn't hog that for myself. I don't do just, even though TWO is my business partner, I don't just do shit for him. I work with Bo like that. I work with quite a few people like that.
Right.
You know, there's a lot of people, man. He never paid me a damn dime. I've never asked for a dime either.
Right.
So I just want people to realize, man, this is bigger than me, and I know that. It ain't about me. So get that out of your head. I'm not a selfish person. You actually know me.
Nah, since I've been knowing you and
hey, you know what? You were there. Who did I bring to St. Louis back in like 2018, 2019, right before COVID? Who did I bring here?
Who did you bring? Well, who did you bring? I
can't say the word, but the Glorilla.
Okay.
Who put out the F&F record?
You? Who put out the F&F?
Remember when I had that Dorian gentleman here?
Oh, okay. Yeah. You had You show right. You had the
I had a record label.
Yeah.
I had the guy that is now one of the biggest independent record labels, not record label, but distribution companies to this day. I know right now some of you guys, if you bump that new Ice Cube, thank you. If you bump that new Jim Jones, thank you.
What's crazy is I was in the building, like I paid for that. And I didn't. It was so many people that I was like, "You should be there."
I had a magazine owner there.
Shout
out to Ladina with Midwest League magazine.
Remember.
I had DJ Shad there from the radio station I ended up being on.
Yeah.
And then I had Sid Johnson, OG guy there. He wrote Mariah Carey's "We Belong Together."
Facts.
Man's best friend is Babyface.
He had some heavy hitters in the room, and it should have been better. The turnout should have been better. I was there.
There are people. I'm gonna put it like this, man. I'm not the only one, so I'm not gonna act like that. But there are people in St. Louis, just so you know, we can put you in front of people who really got shit going on. The people who really, let me go ahead and push that button. You know what I'm saying?
The gatekeepers that y'all like to talk about
right.
all the time.
Right.
All right, man. Look, before we get out of here, I know you don't play no games, but
I'm not a video game head. People, sorry.
You gotta sign the PlayStation 5 plates for your boy, like so many other notables have. So we got a box of markers right here for you, whichever color you want to use. I appreciate you coming through today, man. Giving the people some game out there. We could really sit here for hours and hours and hours.
Man, there's been times we sat on the phone and talked for like 2-3 hours.
Yeah, and we could just go on all day with stories and everything like that.
At the end of the day, I do want everybody to know though, it's about being professional. It's about being, what you call your success. Because hey, if you're selling equivalent back in the day like 10,000 units, man, you're making 50, 60,000. That's a positive, man.
That's facts.
That's success.
Yeah.
If you took $10,000 to put a project together, put it out, market everything, you turn around and make 60 grand on it, that's a 50 grand.
And that's
positive.
A problem.
That's a success.
That's motherfuckers. It's a lot of people that ain't making that at a job. Just being real, So yeah, it's depending on what you consider success, and I feel like he's touched on that several times during this interview. So just to emphasize it again, what does success look like to you? Because everybody don't gotta be famous on TV. You ain't finna be the next Nelly, most likely. There it is, right there at the top. Midwest Mixtapes.
Black and gold, never fold.
But yeah, man, listen. I really appreciate you coming through today,
man. Hey, shout out to everybody who's tuned in. I can't see any of the comments. I'm far back.
We had GA Bars in there.
Shout out to GA Bars.
We had Thonio314. He said he was one of the only regional sites in the earlier 2000s. We released several projects with him under Best Out ENT 06 through 13.
Oh, damn, best. Hey, yo. I remember them gentlemen. Yeah, shout out them jewels. Yeah.
Hey, look, see, we got some peoples in the chat. But yeah, man, I appreciate you coming.
Hey, I'm gonna do my best to anybody. I'm gonna respond to you if anybody's talking shit too. I like talking shit too. I love it.
Nah, ain't nobody talking shit. It was just a few people that came through and said what's up. But yeah, again, mad love for coming through and spending some time with me. I really appreciate it. And all of y'all that's out there, man, check in with Midwest Mixtapes.
Everything's Midwest Mixtapes.
Everywhere.
Everything's Midwest Mixtapes.
Follow them everywhere. Instagram, Facebook.
And at the end of the day, I'm not out like I used to. I'm a lot older than I look. I'm always at New Music Thursday.
New Music Thursday.
It's the last Thursday of every month.
Man, because I dropped the ball.
Last Thursday, or the last month Thursday. We'll cut. I was on the tour. I hit all those cities. I was on tour with Big Money Blitz. Mm-hmm. He's got the Shawty Pressure. Mm-hmm. Man, that shit hot, man. That shit was rocking every city we went to, man. He was on the tour. Got to know him real well. Then shout out to Lexi Gold. She was on the tour. Shy at first, man. Good Lord.
I saved her.
Hey, like DJ K Mean said, man, the people that showed up this last New Music Thursday that was on the tour definitely had a lot of people fanned out.
Nah, for real.
Fanned out like a motherfucker.
For real.
But yeah, man, I'm at New Music Thursday on the regular. Dulce Center. Not Adult Center.
The Dulce.
Dulce. DOLCE Event Center. It's on Pine.
1405 Pine.
That's it, 1405 Pine.
Hell yeah.
I'm there every last Thursday. So if you want to come talk to me face to face, you're more than welcome to.
And I'll be there too. So come holler at us, man.
Appreciate y'all.
We ain't mean guys, man. Until the next time, we out. Peace.